Now we're going to talk about oxygen for your fish. They receive the oxygen in the water from these things called bubble wands or bubble stones. And these are connected by a tube to this machine here called an air pump. Really important for you to check every day to make sure that your fish have oxygen. Your air pump may look a little different than mine, and that's okay. You also may have a bubble stone that looks like this, or one that looks like this. I've used both kinds over the years. They both work the same way. So what you're going to do is you're going to attach the air tube, air hose, to the air pump. Make sure there's plenty of tubing to reach from the air pump all the way into the tank so that you're not kind of stretching it too much. In between your line though, you're going to want to splice it and you're going to want to put a check valve. Now these check valves are extremely important because they're going to stop any, it's an anti-siphon valve as well. It stops this tube from accidentally siphoning all the water out of your tank in case there's ever a power outage or something like that. So it really helps prevent any flooding or any damage to the surroundings by water coming out of your tank. So it's a very, very important piece. Now when you install this check valve in the line, it goes one way. And if you can remember this, the little red piece that's inside the check valve kind of has a triangular section. And if that triangular section is pointed towards the water, then you're good to go. So just make sure that on the line, the triangle's pointed towards the water. The next thing you're going to want to do is then put this into the water and hook it by suction cup to the back of your tank. I would always suggest putting this as low down to the rocks as you can. Okay, now remember, I have 2 bubble wands because I have a much bigger tank. Your 1 bubble wand should be just fine. You're going to plug that tubing into the holes right there on the end of your air pump. And if you don't have 2 of them like I do, it's okay. The next thing you're going to do is now plug in to a power source. A good place to store your air pump is just on top of the chiller there as well. And then you'll see the oxygen coming out of those bubble stones. And you should check that every day to make sure that that's how they're working properly and that the bubbles are coming up just like that.